everybody, I'm back. This is vlog number 2. I'd like to thank you for all the pleasant responses, all the nice comments and all the subscriptions, all those who saw the first one, and if you're now watching the second one, then thank you again that the first one didn't put you off. You should check, it's definitely 30, yes it is. So what's new? Well, new helmet. You're supposed to change them every 3 years, so I've been looking for a flip front helmet, and it took a while, and again surprisingly YouTube came to the rescue. Watching different people's reviews of helmets, I decided to go for a K-Berg Duke. I haven't got it on at the moment, it's on order, and apparently it should arrive tomorrow, so when it does, it will be helmet review time. What else is new? Oh, the introduction. I did myself an introduction. Look, I'm going to do something cheeky here. Is this cheeky? No, this is filtering. This is cheeky. Yeah, so I've got a new introduction, and hopefully if I remember I shall be sticking a link to the person who did it, because, well, the seagull on the bike, that was nothing to do with me. I had the idea, which it wasn't much of an idea really, was it? Seagull sitting on a bike, it was hardly sort of, whoa, wow, that took a lot of creativity, that. However, the bloke who made it, brilliant. I gave him a photo of the bike, nice AGV helmet, so I gave him a photo of the bike and told him what I wanted. Nice reply saying he liked the bike, because he's a biker as well in Indonesia. So I should have put the link up by now. It's a company called, a website called Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr as in, you know, £5 or $5 in this case, but with 2 R's.com. The whole idea of it is you give someone $5 and they do something for you. There's well, a lot of things people will do for $5, but when you get people living in cool, dear, what lane are you in, love? When you get someone living in Indonesia, they're willing to do a lot more for $5 than someone living in England will do for $5. And considering it's what, £3.65 or something stupid like that. So he did that for $5, and then he animated it, or he designed it for $5 and then he animated it for another $5. So what, £7 just over, I got that, and I thought it looked lovely. I thought he looked did a really good job on that, so I was pleased. So I shall be recommending him to you lot. I did see something amusing today. There's a guy on a scooter, and it was a little Sinis 50cc, you know, one of those Chinese ones, and I knew something looked odd, but I couldn't work it out at first. This guy, and he was about 5'5" maybe, and he had gloves on, no jacket, so he had a t-shirt, he had gloves on and decent boots, and, you know, a hat, crash helmet. So I thought at least he's got gloves on. But anyway, he's sitting on this scooter, and it's one of those where you would have your feet like directly in front of you. It's got the little, you know, tray that you put your feet on. But he's got his feet up where you would expect a pillion passenger to have their feet on the back footrest. I don't even think it had rear footrests, because like I say, it was a 50. But he had his feet right back there, so it looked like he was riding a horse in a horse race. He looked like a jockey. It was the most amusing thing. Well, you know, it wasn't the most amusing thing, but it was quite amusing. So I've been setting a few gadgets up on the bike. First of all, I've got the old mobile phone mount from Ultimate Add-ons, and I've got that thing next to it. I want to try and aim the camera down without looking at it. I'm still looking at the road, don't worry. If you go to tyrepower.co.uk, you will see what it is, but I've got this from the German one, so it's Tyre Moni, and you put these little things on the valves on your tyres. It's not the sort that goes inside, this goes on the outside, and it constantly monitors the air pressure and the temperature of the tyres when you're riding. So at the moment I'm 32 front and 38 rear, and it will give me a warning. It will just sit there doing nothing. You can switch it off like in standby and it will just flash up if there's a problem. It will flash up red. So if you get a slow puncture, then you know instantly, but you also know whether, you know, to waste time going to check your tyre pressures or whatever. So yeah, I like gadgets, what can I say? So I've got that, but I'm also fitting up like a 12 volt cigarette lighter type power point, because a couple of times I've gone to vlog and the camera battery was out. So I thought, I don't want that to happen, because I was all dressed up and looking forward to it, boiling hot, looking forward to cooling down, and the blinking battery was out. So I was upset. That was yesterday. So I thought, no, I'll fix that. So that's on order. Then I can just have it plugged in and go on for hours. And apparently the carrot orange thing is to do with beta carotene, which is really interesting. So thank you. I can sleep well at night now. Cyclists, that's something I wanted to mention. I've got nothing against cyclists personally. The only problem I have with them is sometimes it's a bit difficult to get the blood off the bumper and stuff, because they're quite crunchy when you go over them, and you get bits of them stuck under the wheel arch. That's going to cause controversy. I am joking, by the way, because there is a reason I'm called Seagull Biker, and you're about to see it. And look, there's a seagull. That's not it, by the way. That would have been right good timing if that was it. But that's nice, isn't it? Look, all beautiful over there, the downs, it's all lovely. And then you're thinking, can it get any better? And yes, it can. That is an area of outstanding natural beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you're from Croydon, in which case, do you know what, I can't help you. Something else I want to talk about is insurance, because that man from Yorkshire brought it up, so I thought I'd continue the conversation with my twopenneth. And that is basically to have another little whinge about them. Go on, I'll let you go because I'm being cheeky. I'm going to have a whinge about them because when I got this big bike, I moved over from the scooter and I was close to my 2 years, no claims, 3 months to go. So I said, how much for a renewal? And they said, it'll be another £78, sir. And that was before I'd even mentioned the modifications to it, which really bumped it up. But they said that would be 78 quid. And that was for 3 months, just to take me to the end of to the beginning of November, which I thought was an absolute rip-off. You're about to see that lovely bike in a sec. Oh no, he's holding back. Why is he holding back? Come on, I want to see you. Here he comes, here he comes. Couple of seconds. Whoa. Oh! There's a lady biker. Hello, lady biker. Well done. Or a ponytailed man, but that sort of ruins the beauty of the... Anyway. Yeah, so they wanted 78 quid for 3 months, and I said, that's disgusting. She said, well, if you don't renew with that same company, and just take your 1 year's no claims and ignore the rest of yours, you can get a new policy for 120 quid. So I thought, well, that's not bad. But then I lose the second year no claims. But then I said, you know, I want to ring around a couple of places, so I rang up Bennett's. Don't worry, I'm not going to recommend Bennett's. And they put in a quote of 101 until I mentioned the modifications, and then it went up. So I rang up Bikeshaw, and they did me a quote for 99 quid. As with all the modifications, and they were really helpful, really nice. So I said, alright, and I went for them. So I rang up the old company, Swinton, I'm going to call them now, and I said, no, sorry, you can't beat the quote I've had. And they said, well, let's try. And they couldn't come near. The best they could do was 120 quid. So I said, well, you know, I'm not silly. I appreciate that, you know, you've insured me, thanks, but I've got to cancel. So she said, okay, I'll just put you on a pause, on the hold, while I work out your cancellation premium. So I'm on hold thinking, cancellation fee. Nice. And she comes back, 51 quid, they want to cancel it. So I said, okay, you can't be competitive and match the insurer. So instead of trying to be competitive, you're going to penalise me for the same amount. So I either pay to stay with you or I pay to leave. Is that what you're saying? I said to her. And she said, yeah. She said, that's just our policy. And I said, well, your policy is rubbish. I said, I've got nothing against you, your policy's rubbish. I said, I'm going to give you a chance to go to your manager or whatever and change your policy in this instance, or I'm going to tell everyone I know. I said, you know, I chat to a lot of bikers. I know some people who are, you know, trainers, they do the training for bikers. I said, I'm going to badmouth you to all of them and make sure that they never recommend you. I'm going to make sure they recommend Bikeshaw instead, because they're brilliant. By the way, go to Bikeshaw, they're brilliant. Swinton, she went on the phone, no, sorry, there's nothing I can do. All we can do is offer to, you know, not cancel. If you don't cancel your policy and stay with us, it'll just be that extra up to 120 quid. So I said, but that's stupid. I'm going to... So I said, do you know what? On principle, I'm going to take your cancellation fee, and that's going to cost you as many people as I can badmouth you to. So here I am, badmouthing Swinton. Swinton are rubbish. Do not go to Swinton. They're awful. They offer all, you know, all cash back on your first one. So fair enough, get your cash back on the first one, and then cancel after that year, because disgusting. So that's my little rant. So I agree with you, that man from Yorkshire, and everyone else that showed up in related videos on YouTube. Insurance companies are absolute rip-offs. Not just for bikes either. Oh, don't even get me started on more than and wanting to pay me out in vouchers. Oh. So when it came to renewal time, I said, can I pay you in vouchers? Because that's what you paid me. No, we need cash. I said, alright, the only thing you're more than is more trouble than it's worth, I said. I was quite pleased with myself on that. And cancel my policies from them. So don't go to more than either. So that's Swinton and more than, worth avoiding. So anyway, I heard about this man who'd gone to the doctor to get some test results, and apparently the doctor had said to him, I've got some really bad news for you, sir. You've got a rare form of the HIV virus. It's HIV 556, and I'm sorry, there is nothing we can do. There's no cure for it. It's an extremely strong form of the virus, and there's nothing we can do, sir. It is terminal. You are going to die, sir. I'm sorry to tell you. So the man's distraught. Obviously, he said, "This is unbelievable. How long have I got? How long have I got, doc?" And the doctor said, 10. And the man said, oh, 10 what? 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years? And the doctor looked at him, shook his head and said 9. So anyway, thanks for watching. Ride carefully, and good night bikers, wherever you are.